Welcome back to another episode of the HUSLA Podcast. And to all the viewers and listeners, thank you for tuning in each week and supporting. We appreciate you very much. Today, we're sitting down with Jessica.
Hi, everyone.
Best powerlifter in the world. Member of the gym here, online coach, powerlifting coach, and an inspiration to me, that's for sure. And a great member here, a supportive member that's always downstairs when I look out my window.
On one combo racket.
On the Alico, getting it done. And you're a week or two out?
Yeah, I'll be competing next Friday at Mega Nationals in Sydney. It'll be fun.
What gym's that at?
It's not at a gym. It will be at Camperdown headquarters, nice. Which is just like another venue they're hiring out for it.
Sick.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Are you excited?
I think I am. My training's been going really well, and I've been cutting as well going into this meet. So I have moved down from being a 57 kilo lifter last year to being a 52 kilo lifter this year. So yeah.
Shredded AF.
Yeah, well, it's been like a bit hard because obviously food is really, really a big part of my life. So yeah, going into this meet, I ideally wanted to stay at a lower body weight, but I had to actually cut the last couple of weeks. So we'll see how my strength holds up and, you know, hopefully I can make weight.
Yeah, we're fine. Yeah. You're absolutely fine. You've got a team behind you.
I have a great, amazing team. Yeah.
The last cut that you did was super impressive, the most recent one.
Yeah, it was like, I think 8 kilos of actual body weight cut in 10 weeks and another 2 kilos through an acute cut as well. So it was really intense. And I learned a lot through that, but it's obviously not ideal. I'm very lucky that like I didn't have more of the performance impact or hormonal impact through that, but yeah, probably recommend.
Did you notice much of a change with your performance?
So I would say that my performance when I competed was more so impacted by my refeed strategy, which I completely ignored my dietitian's plan that she created for me, which was very sound. But because I was so hungry and I just wanted to eat pastries, my friends brought me 4 different pastries to try, and I just said, yeah, I'm going to take a bite of everything, and I ended up eating the whole thing. And I was comatose before I was even on the platform. Like, I was just like, I felt so sick. Yeah. So I kind of did that to myself, and I've learned my lesson. It's better to do it at a local comp than a national or international comp. And this time I'm a lot more, like, I feel really great on a day-to-day basis. So I'm not as depleted as I was before, and that's probably not going to happen yet.
You'll be fine. Just smash it like you always do.
Thank you.
Literally, I remember there are a few meets where I was coaching, and I didn't really know you at the time. I'm like, far around me, she's so bloody strong.
No, thanks.
It was, yeah. I remember there was one that was kind of, I think it was at RSEA.
Oh, USAPL.
The double platforms.
Yes.
Didn't really know you at the time then. Obviously, I knew you Coach Victor and stuff. And I was just like, Jesus.
Oh.
Right at the end of the class, always heaviest.
Oh, not for deadlifts. Just for squats and bench.
I thought you and Victor were siblings, yeah.
He convinced me.
Everyone.
He convinced me.
Yeah, because
convinced me.
Like, little backstory, some people know
I told people.
Well, we went to the same
brother
high
and
school.
sister.
I mean, yeah, and we kind of look a little bit the same. Like, we have big quads. We've got the same kind of leverages.
Same last name?
Same last name. And, like, we actually went to the same high school. That's where the joke started. Like, I was 5 years younger than him, but teachers used to ask me if I was related to him all the time. So, yeah, we kind of, like, played that joke along with the powerlifting community, and everyone believed it.
I fully believed it.
Yeah, it's funny.
Oh.
So funny when you run a joke like that, then you forget to tell people you're joking. Like, if you were to send a track, they're like, oh.
Like, years down the line, people still thought we were siblings. So
yeah, you got me as well that time.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
That wasn't a joke, that one. Marcus actually was on Australian Idol.
I think we shared it on the podcast.
Have you done it on the podcast?
No, I think
we talked about the last podcast.
I think so.
Yeah, we did. Except for the listeners.
I've seen the video, bro. I can't hide from it.
I would have told him one time, like,
properly.
I don't know, like, yeah,
convinced me.
That you were
Australian I don't even believe
doing
me.
what
And then-
though?
Like singing, yeah, and he believed me, and then like I don't know, I would have forgotten to tell him that I was taking the piss. It clearly wasn't an Australian
Do
Idol.
you
I
even
told
sing
people.
that?
No, not at all. I can't sing for shit. I wish I could sing. That's like number one talent I reckon I could have.
That's why it was so believable,
Yeah.
because I know that.
Yeah. Anyway.
You're full like you're like my mum. Like she full like made me do it. Like she got like I full had to go and do the initial like.
Yeah, that's funny.
Anyways, I'm going to circle back
Yeah. Enough Australian Idol.
So back to the intro.
to the intro. So I think we need to get to know you a little bit more, and for the other listeners as well. I reckon it'd be good to go back to, I guess, when you started training, how you got into powerlifting. I know you've done a heap of comps in like, a few years. So yeah, share your journey.
Yeah, so I guess before I started powerlifting, I did a lot of sports growing up. I think my parents encouraged me to try everything until I found something that stuck with me, which I think had a lot of translation into the athlete that I've become today. Because I've tried lots of things from a young childhood and gotten good at them as long as I stuck with them, it gave me that kind of belief that with powerlifting, as long as I stick through things, I'll be where I want to be, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I think that I found a sport called calisthenics. I'm not sure if people know it. It's not the type of calisthenics where you do like body weight, like pull-ups and stuff. It's a mix between gymnastics and dancing, and it's like an Australian sport. So it's quite niche, but I got into that because I wanted to get into gymnastics when I was younger, but the place that we wanted to go to wasn't taking any more new athletes. So I got into calisthenics and I really enjoyed that. I got a lot of my flexibility and baseline strength from that. And I think eventually when I was about 15, 16, that's when I started having a little bit of an interest in starting at the gym. And at that time, I was also playing school sport as well. So it was compulsory to do summer and winter and spring sports at the school that I was at. And it was a lot handling both of them, but I still wanted to start training. So I got into a gym. I really, really loved it. And I think that was like a massive turning point in my life because I felt like I found the one thing that I was like insanely passionate about that wasn't a chore. And one of the reasons why is probably because I got really strong really quickly. And when you're able to progress in something so quickly, I think it excites you a lot. So yeah, that's how I found the gym. And then a couple of months going into it, I started lifting a little bit more free weights, really enjoyed that. And then someone suggested I start powerlifting style training. So I kind of self-coached myself doing that. Obviously had no clue what I was doing.
How old were you then?
I was like 17, 16.
Wow.
Yeah, it was just so much fun for me. Like, I think the exciting thing was that no one else around my age was doing that at that time. And yeah, it just like, it changed my life. And yeah, I got into powerlifting shortly after I entered into PA Nationals at the end of 2020. I had a personal trainer at the gym I used to train at who decided to help me with that comp prep process, but he wasn't a powerlifting coach. And then through that, I actually met Victor for the first time. And then the rest is kind of history.
So cool. So how many comps have you done since you started?
I actually am not sure. Probably like close to 15 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
And in what time?
I think when most women typically start the sport, they compete a lot. So for the first couple of years, I was competing maybe about 3 to 5 times a year. And it's good. You get lots of experience from that. So it just builds up your confidence. But eventually you reach a point where it is quite exhausting prepping back to back. I kind of had to do a couple of back-to-back comps when I was at APU, one of the older federations. because they need you to qualify from like a local comp to go to a state comp to go to a national comp. And yeah, the whole process just drags on a little bit more. But yeah.
How to crush a lift up.
Yeah, literally. I think that almost like made me a little bit more injury prone as well, because you're putting your body through a lot and you're not giving yourself an off season to build as well.
Literally just about to ask, I was like, how did you manage, like, I guess, like the loads and the fall? Like, because obviously, like, having to prep for comps, like, you're not pushing easy loads. Like, you're not slowly ramping up. Like, it's kind of like you finish one and you're straight into another prep thing. So how'd your body hold up? Like, how did you manage?
I was pretty injury prone for the first 2-3 years of powerlifting. First year or two, I was fine, but yeah, I got pretty injuries prone a couple years back. And the good thing is that my coach's approach, so Victor, he tends to kind of prescribe minimal effective dosage. So a lot of the time I'm not touching heavy loads until competition, but there have been times, like for example, TSF team champs in I think 2022 or 2023, where I did actually compete with a low back injury, and I didn't even like touch a barbell to squat leading into that whole entire meet. I just did essentially belt squats. And then I competed that day doing like a 137.5 squat, and I was very surprised that my back held up okay for the rest of my lifts. But yeah, sometimes the preps were a little bit like that, but I'm glad I still did them, even if I wasn't able to show up my strongest.
I think that's an important lesson though as well for like a lot of powerlifters out there, because it's almost like it's a smart move from you and the coaching team, where it's like, all right, let's just reduce any excessive load on the back here and just do what actually needs to be done to just get something on the board on the day.
Exactly.
So yeah, exactly right. Like, and that's the thing. I think too many people would probably get caught up in that situation with like, I need to keep squatting. You know, and like, it's like, well, yeah, like chuck in a belt squat. You know, just take the load off your back and pump the legs up, and then just back yourself on the day.
Exactly.
Less ideal, but
yeah.
Like what's more ideal, like getting to the day and actually putting up a lift, or just lifting something heavy in training?
Yes, correct. And trying to push through pain and ignore what's going on.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
It's good. It's important to have a team behind you that can help manage that, because I'm the same as well. Like, you're in training, like, I need to hit this, I need to hit this, I need to hit this. Like, especially when you want to be competitive too. It's like most people we tell, like, just beat your last comp. Like, that's sort of mindset you should have. Don't worry about what other people are doing. It's an easy way to let yourself down. But if you're competitive at a certain level, which I believe you and I think were, it's like, well, we kind of do have to sort of like set some targets, because you kind of know, like, opposition wise, you're like, I got to sort of chip him here and play a bit more strategic. So you sort of have to have those numbers, but sometimes I can sort of push your training to a point where, like, I have to hit this, and this, so that I can hit this on the day. And then that's where I guess you can sort of unravel a little bit, right?
I would say as well that, like, that comp, I didn't total anything like anywhere close to a PB, but one of my biggest learning lessons from that is that your progression is never linear, and that's not representative of like the future comps you're gonna do. So just be okay with maybe your open powerlifting showing that you've regressed. You haven't. You're just injured and dealing with a little bit of like a, plateau or challenge. And
Other process.
yeah, it doesn't indicate your actual strength. It's just like, get that done and then move forward and work towards getting healthy, because that's what's going to allow you to get stronger in the future.
Also takes courage to get up there and like ignore what you think other people are going to think and all that kind of thing too, which is actually good practice too in a sport where, it's obviously like all about numbers and like Joe's saying, like not comparing yourself to other people and not getting caught up on that. Like, it's obviously something that a lot of people struggle with, but getting that actual experience of like, now I'm like forcing myself to go out there and not care what people think. So it's actually kind of, it's cool.
I personally value saying you're going to do something and then doing it regardless of the outcome. Then I see so many people pulling out of comps for like, I wasn't as strong as I was last time. And there's been comps as well where I've regressed, and my second last or third last comp, can't remember, regressed 5 kilos, was stronger, but just had so much going on at the time. And I remember having the conversation, I'm like, should I pull out, should I not? And like most people like, just out of it, like you got so much on your plate. But I felt by the end of it, I actually didn't care that I'd regress. I'm glad that I actually just did it. So I put so much work into it.
Absolutely.
Glad I actually did it.
Well,
But you've also done comps like I've watched you prep before, where again you've had so much on your plate, you've had injuries come up and stuff, and you just keep persisting, and then you'll have like a great day. And I'm sure that that's the case all the time, where things aren't looking too good. There's so much doubt, and then somehow you just pull everything together on comp day.
Yeah, they're kind of like the best comps as well, because if you relieve yourself of that pressure to perform, sometimes you just kind of go like, fuck it, and then send it, and you end up performing better than you could ever expect. And that's happened to me many, many times after that comp. So that comp was kind of needed for me to really, really let go of what other people thought and just perform purely like for myself, in a sense.
What kind of advice would you give to maybe young powerlifters or people coming into the sport who maybe are really fixated on the outcome or the numbers or the ego side of things, and they, I guess they struggle to just show up? Yes.
I think it's hard because a lot of these younger lifters start powerlifting because they see it through social media first. Whereas when I first started, I purely fell into it like accidentally. And for them, like, they don't start it for the right reasons to just enjoy the process of getting stronger sometimes. I wouldn't say it applies to everyone, but a lot of them kind of look up to others and think, I want to get this strong. So they set like pretty unrealistically high goals as a beginner, where they don't have like the past data to show that they can get to that point.
All muscle.
Yeah, all muscle, right? Because it takes time to build muscle. So it's so important to enjoy the first couple of years you're in the sport, because I've said this before, like, you don't get anything back from powerlifting other than maybe like winning something, but you could go to another sport and win that, right?
Pat on the back.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't get any financial like incentive to stay in the sport. It's a hobby. It costs you the most out of any other sport you could probably participate in. And yeah, you're paying for like a coach, a gym membership. You're paying for flights if you're traveling internationally. Food, everything.
Accessories.
Yeah. Like belts are like $500 nowadays. So yeah, I would say that like, if you truly want to get better, you need to be okay with slow growth that isn't always linear, and you need to actually enjoy what you're doing, because if you're only just looking for achieving an outcome in the sport, then you're just going to burn out really quickly. And I'd say get the right guidance as well, because I think with my coach being Victor, he taught me a lot of like key life skills, I would say, not just in powerlifting, but I've kind of been able to apply that with the way I approach my work and everything else in my life. So yeah, he allowed me to really mature as not only an athlete, but as a person in general, gave me a lot of good perspective. And I think that's like one of the main things I would say as well is they have a narrow perspective. A lot of young, impressionable junior or sub-junior lifters. Yeah. So I would say just find other hobbies as well. Don't just do powerlifting. Have a life outside of powerlifting.
Yeah, for sure. I think you might agree with me on this as well, to add to that too, but there's the slower step back approach. It's probably going to get you further anyway.
100%. And I think that's what happened to me as well. Like, I put on my stories one time in response to a question and answer Q&A thing on my stories about how I never really won anything in the first couple of years of me competing. And yeah, I was never really seen that much. I think I found a community where I used to training day, and people would come to watch me because we were friends at the gym, but I don't think anyone ever thought that I would really like be competitive, like on a national level. And it was just like this really slow accumulative growth that eventually resulted in me starting to get more and more competitive because other people just kind of quit. So I kept going, and then everyone else just,
It's it up use.
come on.
I'm going to go out and say it as well. I kind of like that zone. That kind of fuels me a little bit as well. When someone thinks I can't do something, I'm like, this is all you see.
Yeah.
I like the underdog position. Everything's against you.
Yeah.
I swear it fuels me. So it's got to be ego.
Does that fuel you too?
I feel like I can understand where that comes from for sure. I think it's nice being the underdog because you don't have any pressure on yourself. But then, after the past couple of years, because I've now had like a bit more of a track record of winning my weight classes and categories, I'm a little bit more seen. And sometimes that pressure is good, sometimes it's bad. But I would say that I enjoy winning because it just shows me that I've put in the hard work and I'm being rewarded for it.
I think it's also important to note, you might agree with this or not, but at the end of the day, it is a competition too. You are versing other people as well. So there's an element as well, and this is the tough part because you've got to try to detach from it, but there's also an element of competitiveness, right?
So,
You're going out there to beat other people. So it's just like balancing and towing the line there between it affecting you negatively and having it at a level where it's manageable and you can continue to progressing or sort of bring yourself out mentally one way or another.
absolutely. Yeah.
Have you ever faced any burnout, or have you actually ever taken more of a not specific approach to training, or have you just been go where?
I would say the first time I started experiencing burnout was when I did injure my back, because that was my first major injury. And I didn't really know how to deal with it. I remember I was at Throw Raw when I hurt my back and I was just crying for 2 hours straight because I was like, I remember I was at Throw Raw when I hurt my back. And I think I was really close to quitting, but that was also the comp that we were talking about earlier, Team Champs, where I had a whole team that relied on me to, compete, and if I pulled out, then there wouldn't have been another person to kind of take my place. So I pushed through that, and then afterwards I was going to take a little bit of time off powerlifting and training in general, but I think I loved it too much that I did take a little bit of time off structured training. I ended up just kind of doing whatever I could at the gym just to keep up, more of like the muscle building side of things. And then eventually I feel like a couple of months after I decided to get back into it. So that was my first kind of round of burnout, and that was nowhere near close to like what I would begin to experience later down the line. I think it's very common. It's more common than you think to get burnt out from powerlifting. The longer you do it, the more burnt out you'll be.
100%.
Yeah. So I've had like waves of it, I would say. But at the end of the day, I know that me just simply showing up even when I don't want to will, like, my future self will reward me for it. So just keep going.
Very strong, probably skills, probably not the right word, but very strong mindset to have, right? And then as well, like, I'm going to say as you as well, like there's times where the barbells get that thing the hell away from me. Like, I think it's important as well to have some time away from powerlifting, focusing on building muscle or just maintaining for a period of time, because that barbell gets quite monotonous over time.
For sure, yeah.
So, and I say this, I think I said before as a view, but you're marrying powerlifting, but you're not marrying it every day. Like, there could be 3 or 4 or 5 months where you take a slight step back and focus on something slightly different.
It's not a close relationship.
It's whatever the word is, non-monogamous.
Monogamous?
What did I say?
Monogamous. No, monogamous.
No.
But you said monogamous.
Did I say it wrong?
No, you said monogamous.
So he said monogamous.
I'm an idiot.
You said
Monotonous.
The
word next. You know, when you say a word so many times, and it's
Just
just
to confirm, yeah. Monotonous, all of that stuff.
all right.
Anyway, so you cheat on the sport a little bit every now and then, and
Yeah.
and,
But it's good for you.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Wild. Yeah, I'm so cheating on it right now.
When you're injured. So.
Yeah, but even before that, it's been 9 months since I've done a squat or a deadlift or actually I benched the last 2 weeks. Yeah. But yeah, I need that time away sometimes.
For sure, yeah.
I hate it.
I'd love to talk a little bit more about your journey as a world athlete and taking to the platform, and also about sort of the adversities that you've also overcome in the last couple of years.
Yeah, so I think the whole reason why I even went to Worlds last year was because I would say less than 2 years ago now, I got diagnosed with thyroid cancer, and that kind of experience really made me realize how lucky I was to be able to just do anything, right? I think the experience that changed everything was just when I was like lying on the hospital bed and just thinking like, I can't even walk to the bathroom myself. And I just thought, I've never been that incapable of taking care of myself before. And then I thought, I never want to feel this way again if I don't have to. And just something like set a fire inside of me. Like, I need to do everything I can to maximize my potential, and not only in powerlifting, but in everything in life. So yeah, I just like in the past 2 years, I've just been building both my business and in powerlifting, and just been like grinding a lot. Just because like I never want to feel incapable of doing things like that. I want to take every opportunity I can. And yeah, it's been like a rocky road, but I would say that I've always had that drive and intention to go to Worlds. But it was like almost like a promise I made myself to do it. If I have the opportunity, I have to take it. Yeah. And hopefully this year I'll get the opportunity again. But it was awesome. I think that it was very stressful because I didn't know what to expect going to Worlds for the first time. But I know that after last year, I'll have a much more smooth experience this year if I hopefully am selected to go. And I'm really excited to just like send it.
So the last time you got to Worlds, that was a sort of like through recovery or close to being recovered?
Yeah, so the timeline was I had my surgery in May 2024. I think I took maybe about a week off training, and then I got really restless. So I asked you guys if I could come in
like a week
later. And I just did like a bunch of like leg extension, leg accessories, a little bit of upper body. I just couldn't stay at home and not do anything. And it was probably not the best idea because I feel like looking back now, I should have just stayed home and rested. But it was like a gradual process. I think by a couple of months after I was able to start bench pressing again, deadlifting again, I couldn't squat actually with a bar on my back because I had a lot of nerve aggravation in my neck because that's where the surgery site was. And I think by February the next year, so 7 months after, I actually did a local comp to qualify as a 57 kilo lifter in this new federation that I competed in. And after that, I went to nationals and then went to Worlds. And nationals was in May, Worlds was in I think August or September. So all of that was pretty much done within a year and a half. I'm just really like lucky that I was able to recover that quickly because it was a pretty like big surgery.
You did everything you could.
Yeah, absolutely everything. Like I feel like I couldn't have done anything more. And yeah,
If anything less.
Huh?
If anything less.
Yeah, I did probably.
You were here, you were going hard, like, and as soon as it was time for you to squat, like, pad on so you could actually do it. Like,
Yeah, those days. I remember one time someone asked me, "Are you doing that to increase your range of motion?" It was such a nice question to have because I feel like most people would normally be like, "Why are you squatting with one of the hip thrust pads on the bar? Like, that's weird." But it was really funny.
it's good, it's great. It's just why when I introduce you as well, you're an inspiration. Like, at least, like, you know, when I see you downstairs and you know, when I did see you downstairs right after surgery again and everything done, was inspiration. And building your business, training, you know, sometimes doing your double sessions to work around the clients and stuff like that. That is inspiration. And
How did you manage the stress of all that? Like, what was like obviously you weren't able to work for a bit. Like, what were you? How did you manage all that? That would have been real tough.
I think I took actually only a week or two off working because at that time
I love it.
like,
I just
Yeah, I
can't
love it.
stop. Like, I think I feel the best when I'm constantly in motion and doing something. It doesn't even have to be productive, but like, I don't think I can stay in one place for a really long time. So at that time where I got my diagnosis, I actually got an internship opportunity, and it was one that, like, it was my dream internship. So I did it at Richmond Football Club as a dietitian's, like, assistant, and all the other opportunities that I was having a look at through the job search were like be a kitchen assistant for a kindergarten, and none of them were in sports. So I could have taken time off, and I'm sure they could have understood, but I really just did not want to miss that at all. I didn't want to miss any of that experience. So I just went straight into it after a week and a half of like post-surgery, and I was struggling a little bit. Like, when you have surgery all the way, like, you know, around your neck, it's really hard to breathe. So I did struggle a little bit, but I'm really glad that I saw it through, because I was just so worried that they wouldn't let me do it if I said I just had to take another couple of weeks off. And yeah, I went back to work about a week after that as well, and just continued doing things, and everyone understood as well. Everyone was really supportive, and they said, if you ever need a break, you know, yeah, take that. Fuck. Yeah, just went straight into it.
So it was like, yeah, literally just like a mini holiday.
Yeah.
That's what and that was it.
It wasn't even like, it felt worse
a week
than a
or two.
holiday taking
Yeah.
time off.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it felt
Forced.
shit. Yeah, it was forced.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not the same.
Yeah.
Forced leave.
got ants in our pants, or
Yeah.
ants is still
Yeah. So
so impressive.
thank you.
What are like some of your hobbies outside of training?
I love, well, I think training is like just like a job to me, in a sense, where it's just like I almost clock in for a shift when I come here. I'm always here like around 1 or 2 p.m. It's like my routine, right? Just like brushing my teeth. But what I do as a hobby is I love food. Like, I love cooking food. I love hosting dinners, and I love going out to new places to eat. That's pretty much like, if I'm not doing that, I'll be on like TikTok looking at new food places to try, or new recipes to try.
You're a foodie.
So
And are you
Marcus.
studying
Yeah.
nutrition, or you have studied nutrition?
I've finished it. Last year I finished it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that was Bachelor of Nutrition.
Yeah, Bachelor of Nutrition Science. And the plan was to always do my master's in dietetics, but this year I decided to take a year off just to prioritize powerlifting, because it's my last year of juniors. And also just like, I didn't expect me going into coaching I would be able to push it into a full-time thing. And I initially just did my cert so I could maybe have like 5 clients or something whilst I was studying, to make a little bit of income and get a bit of experience and do what I'm passionate about. But it turned into something much bigger than that. So yeah, I just decided to see what I could do with that, and also put less pressure on myself this year to always do something bigger and bigger, because last year, like, I just kept taking on more and more and more. And that's when I started getting a little bit burnt out as well. So this year I'm trying to chill out a little bit more and have a year where I kind of maintain or think about building my systems and learning a little bit more to be a better coach and better athlete as well.
That's awesome. Yeah, good on you. Is it mainly in person, or you do a mix of online, or?
Yeah, I do a mix of both. I started off mainly doing in person, but I started kind of a hybrid model with coaching, so half online, half in person. I started picking up a couple of powerlifting clients as well through meeting people at the gym, and yeah, some of my clients as well. For example, Carly is someone who does my nutrition and I do her coaching. That's kind of where it kind of started. I built up my skills through just like offering free coaching, and then yeah, it's just slowly built from there, which has been really nice. So yeah,
It's aggressive. I want to know what I want to go back. I want to know what your favorite food is.
I was gonna say same thing.
I'm like, let's not move on yet. Like,
Yeah, I want favorite restaurant as well.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, can you guess what my favorite food is based on my stories?
Pastries.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Hands
I
down.
always see you bring them into the gym.
I bring pastries in for other people as well.
Love language.
Yeah, it is my love language. Food is definitely my love language. So, yeah. Well, what recommendations do you want?
Like if you could go to one restaurant, like you only have one that you can go to ever again, has to be in Melbourne.
Oh, I don't know. I think I'm someone who likes trying different places. Like, this isn't a restaurant, but it's a bakery that I really like. I've gone back to like many, many times, and that's like unusual for me because I'd rather try new places than keep having the same things over and over again. It's a place called T6 Patisserie in Carnegie, and they do.
At least like there. I'm trying to think where. Is it on Canning Road?
Yeah.
On like the
I
main
think so.
street?
Yeah. You should go there.
I
It's
would've walked
amazing.
Was it T6?
T6.
Right. Yeah. Trying to think where it would be.
but you roll up tomorrow with pastries.
I'm going. Yeah, I'm going tomorrow morning on the way to work. 100%.
They have really unique flavors. And yeah, they just do it really, really well. So that's my favorite patisserie place.
What's your order?
I'll legit go tomorrow morning on the way.
Really?
Yeah. I'll get some stuff in here. So, is there
Um,
anything you recommend?
are you a savory or sweet person?
Caramel person.
Savory. Oh yeah, savory. Unless it's caramel. Sweet.
Yes.
Sweet.
Sweet.
Okay, Jason,
Slam.
Queen Amman. Do you know what a Queen Amman is?
Yeah.
So it's like a really buttery caramelized pastry. It's quite dense. What flavors do you like it?
I don't know. Like, I love cookies.
I think I love cookies.
Anthea loves
Love
eating
cookies.
sweets.
Do you
Good
like
one, Star.
flan? Do you like vanilla flan?
I don't really know what that is.
It's like, you know those kind of custard tarts?
Oh, yeah. I can myself.
Yeah, I like custard tarts. I also love mud cake. Do they have mud cake?
No. So this place is a little bit more like French Asian fusion. You would really like the vanilla flan, Cam. And yeah, I feel like you might like. They've got like a Dubai chocolate pastry, like a Kataifi pastry. And are you savory?
No, I'm a massive.
You're in everything,
like,
though.
yeah, true, everything,
everything.
but
He's
huge
got
sweet
that,
too. But I like with sweet stuff, like fruity sweet stuff's good.
They have fruit danishes there as well.
Love one of those.
They also have, I think they're called petite gâteaux. So they're like those, you know, those cakes you see at Legrand, the ones that are like glazed and everything. So you could probably get a cake from there as well.
You need a discount code.
Yeah, it's in my
I've
bio.
tried everything. They're so good. Restaurant-wise, I don't know. I feel like I prefer cooking. So I will go out and buy foods that I don't think I can personally make myself. But I kind of see it as like a challenge. Like I don't really go to like restaurants for dinner unless it's like a special occasion, because I feel like I could make it myself. So
Oh,
Such an impressive one.
Better than
I was like,
yeah.
I'm like, fuck man, I'm not making that.
Like steak and that's it. Yeah.
Challenge.
Yeah, it's fun. It's really fun. I think eventually, if I ever quit powerlifting coaching or PTing, I'll go to culinary school in France for like 6 months and try open up a restaurant when I'm older. That's like my end goal.
Mad.
Good with it.
Just get it local.
Yeah.
Yes, I'll keep it around here.
Have you ever cooked any Greek like desserts or pastries?
Have I ever?
Yeah.
Oh no, I haven't.
Do you like Greeks? No, check. Do you like custody sort of stuff?
Yes.
Pulgazza. You gotta try and make a
I'm gonna
pulgazza.
write that down. I'm gonna forget the name.
That one's quality. Mum loves making that. Galata buriko.
Yeah, that one too.
It's like a milky custody sort of, or milky pastry. That one's my.
I like the burrito. Yeah, it's
I like the burrito.
custody. That's my favorite. Yeah, it's my
I love
favorite.
anything
Number one.
custard.
Crispy
Yeah.
on
It's
the
like
top.
custard and syrup.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy.
That's troubles.
Yes, I'm definitely gonna try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your
Like it.
side question? What's your best bench press? Because I think you bench more than me. I heard someone saying not long ago. And I was like,
7.
107.5 is my best. I did that last year in my Worlds prep, and I managed 105 on the platform, which I was pretty happy about because they've been pretty strict about bench depth rules with the IPF, so they now have an elbow depth rule.
What's elbow depth?
So it's when your elbow has to be parallel or break parallel with the shoulder joint.
It's a new rule.
Yeah, it's to pretty much cut out people who are cheating their range of motion by arching excessively, or, there's this kind of technique called sinking, where you dump it on your chest really quickly and then you thrust your chest up using leg drive and chest drive, which people did to counteract the rule they applied for, elbow depth.
Okay.
So people always try and make their way around these rules,
I
but
have to.
yeah, they changed it again this year. So
I can change it to.
you can't upward thrust off the chest.
Really?
Yeah, you can't do that anymore. Yeah,
I actually think it's crazy.
it is.
It's like everything's like if you're like, you look at someone who benches a shitload more than you and they've got like a minimum range of motion, like, but then you look at someone who can deadlift and get into really good external rotation, really wide knee position. They've got long arms.
Yeah.
They got long arms.
And they're okay with doing that, but I guess
Yeah.
people, yeah,
It's just the way that you're built.
I mean, sports literally about maximizing
every
change
advantage.
Yes.
Exactly.
Like the best sprinters in the world are like 2 meters tall. It doesn't you're not going to handicap them because they have an advantage.
What
the best basketball players aren't 5
Yeah.
foot.
Yeah.
Like, they're huge.
Yeah, like because then where do you draw the line? Like, now people can't put their toes all the way up to the plates, or like, you know what I mean? Like,
Mhm. Yeah, it's tricky.
I mean, it's just another challenge, right?
Yeah, but I feel like the rule is so subjective, and that's what the issue is that like a rep would interpret it very differently from one rep from another.
Yeah,
And
it's the shoulder, the bony part, like your ACL.
yeah, the
right?
bone, yeah.
How do you see that, like on
Especially with a baggy shirt or something like
kilos?
that. Yeah. Yeah.
And true, and you have to wear a t-shirt for bench press,
Oh,
which is like,
makes it harder to see.
yeah,
And I think they're a little bit more biased against women compared to, like, for example, heavier weight men as well. So I think because this actually happened not last year, but the year before, one Australian lifter named Vicky bombed out of Worlds bombed out meaning she got completely disqualified because none of her benched attempts were technically valid despite the reps.
red lights.
Yeah. And then people compared her lift with someone who was, I think, in the 83s or 93s, one of the men who literally did not break parallel. They took screenshots and compared it side to side. And yeah, it didn't make sense that she got DQ'd and he had fully like 3 white lights for every single lift.
It's disappointing.
Yeah.
It's disappointing.
Were they the same reps?
They might not have been the same reps. So that's exactly what the problem is, I think, is that people will interpret the rule really differently. And there is technically supposed to be a jury on the world stage who are supposed to make things a little bit more fair. But the thing with bench depth as well is you see it in the moment, and you can't really kind of, like, the refs themselves can't pause it or rewind.
And you can't see the bony structure in the t-shirt on. Like, that's my biggest thing with that is, like,
Yeah.
how do you, you know?
And like obviously the bigger your midsection is, the less distance the bar is going to have to travel. So if you're a 140 kilo lifter, like
They
might
already
actually
have that advantage
Yeah,
compared to
yeah.
like a lighter weight female who's got
Yeah.
a much more narrow midsection. But
I got the longest arm, so I'm good. We don't have that rule.
yeah, you get away with
Deadlift.
deadlifts.
Deadlifts, I'm good with deadlifts.
Yeah.
I can do that. But yeah, anyway, wild. Crazy. And the sport keeps evolving, new rules every year. Like there's a lot of big changes coming in as well. So yeah, I guess you have to work around them, right? You've got to
Everyone just adapts.
Yeah.
Yes.
find a way to make it work. Because I know the bench rule is like that. That's a huge throw off for a large percentage of lifters.
Yeah.
A large percentage have to fully rewrite how they do everything.
And it doesn't just affect people who look like they arch a lot. It affects a lot of people. Like, for example, the upward thrust one. Some heavier weight males, for example, actually do need to sink it on their chest. They can't just hold it lightly in their chest. So, yeah, I think people will just adapt their way around it. But it is annoying because it feels like these rules have been written by people who haven't really done the sport themselves properly. They're like older refs who... Yeah, I'm genuinely not sure if they have actually competed in the sport, so they might not understand it. So, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I think that rule seemed to be developed based off of like backlash that powerlifting was getting when people, would comment on big arches. But it's like, is that really a valid reason to bring in a rule? Because there's online backlash, like that saying is pretty ridiculous.
So the person that has the really small range of motion, the huge arch and all that sort of stuff, they didn't right to bring. I don't shit on them. That's just the rule of the sport.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That's the rule of the sport, I guess. But you put something online and you got a whole bunch of people that are like shredding the hell out of you for what?
I'm very lucky that hasn't happened to me because I used to arch a lot more than I do now. But yeah, I feel like there are so many people who I've seen accidentally, like in my Reels pages, I look at the comments section and like people are like absolutely destroying people the arch, and like it's not them you should be concerned about. Go complain about other things. Like you just need to maximize every advantage you get. Powerlifting is about lifting as much weight as you possibly can and not about like absolute strength. It's about the efficiency of how you can move the weight. So yeah,
I just like to say.
Like those videos that I've seen of people benching that's like a crazy arch, it's like tiny.
Oh yeah,
they're always from uneducated people who just take.
Oh yeah, they're all burner accounts.
Yeah,
they will never like publicly comment on my profile.
That's because their bench dots is probably less than.
You have to bench that much anyway.
And at the end of the day, it's a 3 lift comp. Like most people don't compete in bench only, so. If someone's arching a bit in their bench press, they're also not, like, if they're not strong in their squat and their deadlift, then they won't put up a total. And the total is what actually wins at the end of the day, right? So, like, people shouldn't be hated on because they do also probably make up for it with other lifts as well. Yeah.
Yeah, like everyone has their advantages.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So same thing with the whole sumo conventional thing. It's like sumo's easy. All right, show me you lifting more than you conventional. Show me if it's easy. Show me.
I think it just depends on the person and their leverage. Some people find conventional easy.
It's a set. We got peanut brains. Whoops. Start raging.
What was the experience competing at Worlds like?
So last year I actually went to Open Worlds to watch my partner compete, and then I also went to Junior Worlds for my own competition. I would say that my Junior Worlds experience was a little bit more underwhelming after having gone to Open Worlds, because I was just like a kid at a candy store when I went to Open Worlds. I was like, saw all of my powerlifting idols in real life, and it was such a cool experience. And then going to Junior Worlds, it was still really awesome seeing like a lot of strong people, but it was a different experience because obviously there are a lot more like sub-juniors there and juniors, a little bit of a younger crowd. And I think because I'd already been to Worlds like a couple months prior, I was just like, oh, this is not like the same. But competing itself, flying to Costa Rica was like pretty taxing. I think it took like 30 hours to go there. So we made a layover in LA, and then from LA it was about 5 or 10 hours, I can't remember, to go to Costa Rica or San Jose. And I thought that the travel nerf was just something people would say to like cope with like poor performance at Worlds, but I definitely think it's a thing. No, not that. It's more just like, I think that it does change your variables a lot, obviously. But a lot of people say like, you know, it's because they sat in a plane for a really long time, and I don't think that's a problem. I think the problem is like adjusting to different time zones, not having great training facilities.
What do you
Right.
Oh.
Yeah, it's sorry, it started random bells. All of it is reflective.
Yeah, and Costa Rica was hard. I think if we competed in America, it would have been a lot more different. Costa Rica, like some of the grocery stores we went to were in the middle of a warehouse with no air conditioning, and like I remember looking at the meat section, the butcher section, and there were like flies kind of like.
No way.
So I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get my weight cutting through, you know. But I think it's also just like the stress as well of competing in a really high stakes competition. It gives you, or it puts a lot of pressure on you, and yeah, I feel like the next time I go, I'm gonna chill out a lot more, because at the end of the day, like, I think there is absolutely no pressure to do well in competition from anyone else apart from himself. So I'm trying to just make sure that I don't let that get in my head. Yeah.
That's just said and done.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
But you're also going to spend like at least $5,000 to get the other side of the world.
Yeah. It's
Like, you pay your way. You pay your way in powerlifting. So there's stress coming from everywhere. Exact time of work. Then, you know, you've got your flight, and you're like, you gassed last time I did it. I'll go 5 days earlier so I can settle in. All right. So then now you're a week and a half away from work or whatever it is, and it's not an easy process, but it's still like something you want to do 100%. Like the fact that you could go over there and meet all the people that everyone looks up to and sees on social media is really cool. Like, you're posting photos left, right, and center. I'm like, wild. Wild.
Yeah. I think that going to Worlds, sometimes because you put so much financial resources into it and you take time off work, you think like, okay, I have to do well because it's only, you know, one opportunity. But the more you treat it just like any other competition, like you realize that going to Worlds, like the whole setup, it genuinely is like a local competition. There's nothing special about it. It's just they have like a professional camera that makes it look a little bit better quality compared to local ones. But other than that, it's just like a regular competition. So yeah, it's not as crazy as people think things. So like,
You become the underdog a little bit as well, or most people do.
oh.
Most people do. Most people go over there, and like there's, I'm not sure about where you stick up. You know, like you go over there, and there's like guys that are like wrestle
Yeah.
like close to totally 900 kilos at 83, and it's like, wow,
Yeah.
like next level. Well, it's so funny. What I say, underdog. I'm underdog. Love being the underdog.
I'll also say that powerlifters are a lot shorter than you think they are in real life. That's one thing that Chris and I were doing. We'll play a game like how tall are we against these people that we see on social media. Like people like Russ are like shorter than me. And they're in the like 80, 90 kilo weight class and just crazy.
Super dense.
Yes, they just like, Yeah.
You know what that says to me? Go up a weight class, stack on tissue.
Yeah,
That's what the guys
exactly.
you look up to are doing. Like they're not,
Absolutely.
like do not copy them. They've already got all the muscle. Like they've already done it. They're short and they're wide as nuts. Like, sorry, should listen to wide as nuts, but you know what I mean? Stack on muscle. Like everyone's attached to a certain weight class and you're competitive. So you've gone down a weight class and great. But like most lifters need to just go up
I
a weight
agree.
class. Get comfortable going up a weight class because your competition that's your height is 2 weight classes ahead of you and leaner.
Yeah.
You got muscle to gain. You know?
Absolutely. Well, I would say as well, when I was standing on the podium when I was at Worlds last year, the person who came first for bench press was like on a podium that was like that much taller than me, and she was shorter than me standing on that platform. So even as a 57, I'm actually pretty tall, but yeah, if it weren't for like this year being my last junior year, I probably would not be in the 52s because it's definitely not my weight class. I'm way too tall.
Yeah, but you're going to be competitive at 52s as a junior. So that's sort of like the
Yeah, that's the like trade-off. Yeah.
100%, not like 1 or 2% of people are in that same window as you. So don't just go and do that, guys.
Oh yeah, I don't recommend.
Yeah.
I think most people should focus on packing up muscle. And that's what I'll do after this year as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some bodybuilder, Jess.
Yeah, a lot of people say I should try it, which I might in like a year or two's time.
Yeah, I've used many of the machines we have here.
Yeah, like I mean, that's one of the reasons why I think I am at this gym specifically. At first, like I didn't really understand much about it. I was just like, oh, this feels good, and I like that feel good factor. But now I think I'm getting a little bit more into the bodybuilding side of things, and yeah, it's not like I can really change my program that much. Like I have my core exercises, but I do really, really love training my accessories here. Like if I could choose between doing it here and at another gym, which might be like right next door to me, I'll always probably choose to go here because it's just like better quality and it feels better. So yeah, but I feel like the main machines I'd use cables, the pendulum,
Glute.
yeah, glute, glute drive. Yeah, other than that, leg extension. Yeah, I haven't been able to try the other niche ones, but so far so good.
Use the ab coaster.
Oh no, I've
Here we
seen
go.
that.
Yeah,
I think I've
Coaster
tried it.
3000.
Here we go. They want me to sell it. Like,
No, I've never seen it get used.
The infomercial machine.
I
It's gone.
used to use it when we first opened, like within the first month or two.
it's not worth selling.
Grab
What's going to go in its
space.
place?
Just, I don't know, just air.
Yeah.
Like,
It's in the cardio room. In
Yeah,
front
now
of
the
the
crunch machine's in a corner that you can't get into.
crunch machine. Oh, really?
Yeah.
I really like
I'll leave it
the
over for
rotary
you.
torso one. That one's
yeah, that one's sick. That one's sick.
Oh, maybe just that crystal once.
We need more machines.
Yes.
More.
You gotta build another level.
There's
level.
5 on the way, man. I'm itching
level.
for it. I don't know where 3 of them are going to go. We'll find a way.
Uh-oh.
I might put them in your office.
Yeah, let's do it.
Which one's your
Makes it
least
easier.
favorite
Let's get off
machine?
machines.
Just so I know.
Otherwise, it's going to be like, you know.
Orderless,
It
chain
works
driven.
the same thing, podcast. It's normal.
They like laughing at me. My machine love. My machine itch. Unhealthy. Yeah. Anyway, so then what's next?
What's next? So I'll be competing in nationals obviously next week, but from then on, hoping to do worlds, and after that, maybe take a little bit of a pivot away from powerlifting for now. Probably still do something related to being in the gym in general, but I was thinking like maybe Olympic weightlifting.
Sick.
Yeah, just something where I'm like moving the body a little bit more dynamically. Yeah, I want to do calisthenics as well. Like not the one I did in the past, but the body weight, like, you know, pull-ups and stuff. I think that'd be pretty impressive.
Jump those handles.
I've never tried.
I reckon.
I'm not sure how that would go. Maybe after my comp I'll try.
Yeah, not before. Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll do it today.
Oh,
I reckon you'll be able to do it.
yeah, we'll
Bloody
see.
impressive.
I
There'll
think
be
that
another
might
thing that you'll be able to do that I can't do.
I think with some proper training, you'll be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's got to want to do it first.
I'm so like, how many times do you do bench press ever?
So I haven't benched in years. So Jace used to coach me first time I ever had a coach, like, and he just started. And he tried to turn me into a powerlifter.
I did.
You were a powerlifter.
You were powerlifting for a
I
year?
wouldn't squat. I used to have a hip issue back then. No, I never did a comp. But I was deadlifting like 2-3 times a week, and then benching 3 times a week, and I blew up my shoulders hard.
Oh, no.
You deadlifted like 2 something, didn't you?
I think I did 200 when we maxed out that day. Yeah,
That's pretty good.
I think something like that.
Good, good,
205 or something. I chucked a belt on for the first time that day, and I was like, oh, okay, maybe these are alright. Yeah, I mean, I haven't used one since, but yeah, they're yeah.
Great hip structure for sumos.
Yeah, I love doing this.
Literally,
That was
like-
fun. That was fun.
Front to back like that, because knees all the way out.
I would pay money to watch SWAT.
I remember.
Yeah, this isn't
He's
like
like-
every
he's
couple
like-
months. Yeah.
And the lockout, just
Yeah,
neck all the way
every
forward,
time.
just
That's
like
so
veins
fun.
popping.
Every time. So extended.
I've accepted it another comeback.
It's not for everyone.
Never say never.
Okay, done today.
Never say never. Do you remember when I did my knee and I was like, let's do a comp. I was like, I need to do something. I'm like, I reckon I can like deadlift and shit with no ACL. That didn't last long.
Squat a bit.
We guess about something.
No,
Conventional.
I wouldn't be comfortable getting under a bench. No ACL. Anyway, enough about me. I'm gonna build my bench up, alright?
Yeah.
I'm chasing a 107.5.
Yeah.
I think I've done around that. I think I might have. I thought it was maybe a 105.
I can't remember. It was so
long
long
ago.
ago, man.
So
Bring it
long
back.
Yeah, so long ago.
Too long ago.
Yeah, it's a little challenge now.
Yeah, get onto it. I bet.
You got to keep me accountable, alright?
Yeah, well, you can join in.
Yeah,
You see
guys,
me benching out there, you can just copy my program.
Do it.
I'm always on the machine press, but maybe it's time for a bit of a mix up.
Definitely.
Up on the league.
Yeah, you can bench right next to me.
Done. Sounds good.
So in terms of, that was your powerlifting, what's next? What's next in terms of career, personal?
Yeah. Well, I think that I'm just going to try to take things like little by little. So this year, I just want to get through it and then decide where to go from there. I think with my work, I'm still not sure. Like, I love what I do, but to decide if I'm going to go back to studying or if I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing now and coaching full time, I think that's still up in the air, and it'll just depend on, I guess, you know, how I'll travel within, like, by the end of the year. But yeah, I'm liking what I do right now, and yeah, it's just hard because if I do go back to studying and doing my masters, it'll be a lot of commitment with doing placement and then studying and then having to do a full-time job where there's a lot of in-person commitments will be really hard as well. So just taking it like day by day. But yeah.
You're paying 99 cents to continue powerlifting.
What do you mean by that?
I bet under $1.
Oh, yeah. Like
I'm not a better at all,
dollars.
but
Oh,
99 cents. If you put $100 in, they get 99 back if they're right.
Yeah. Pretty much guaranteed.
So I'm
Yeah.
saying I reckon high odds you might take like a month off and then go straight.
Oh
back to
yeah,
powerlifting.
probably. I think that it's just like it's such a massive part of my identity. So it'd be very hard for me to give up on it completely. And that's not my intention. It's just like, I know that I do probably want a bit of a break from really, really structured training, having to like consistently prioritize the times I train and working everything around training. I'd like maybe a little bit of a break from that after I compete, but I think I'll always find my way back to powerlifting.
Nicest. Where you win?
What do you mean, win worlds or win nationals?
You're going to change? Or nationals? Oh, actually, you probably will win nationals.
There's only one other person competing in my weight class, so I think even because this year not many people are wanting to do nationals. If she ends up beating me, I'm not actually sure how strong she is. I think both of us will still be able to go to worlds, but yeah, I think I have my eyes on the prize and also like potential of maybe podiuming at worlds. I think that would be really awesome.
If you got your junior total record, possibility for this next nationals?
I believe so, yeah. I'm not sure what the total record is currently. It might be like 380 something. And based on how my training is moving, I might potentially show up even stronger than when I was a 57 kilo lifter, which would be pretty exciting.
See.
Yeah, and I would say it's all because I've actually started doing more high frequency training. So I'm like squatting 4 days a week and I'm benching 5 days a week and every single day is bench day. So Marcus, that's just what you're going to have to do if you want to be a 100.
Just follow her program.
They hurt already. My AC joints hurt already.
But yeah, I think that even though I have cut back a lot of weight, yeah, this kind of style of training has really, really helped me get stronger. So I'm excited to see how we're able to put together a really good, hopefully good performance on the platform next week. Yeah.
Something.
Thank you.
Yeah, good. I think we're cracking onto the hour. So is there anything else you guys want to say? Some
Underdog.
your test?
So,
What does that mean?
Underdog, the odds are against you.
Oh.
Yeah, so like if you're going up against someone who's stronger than you, and you're the underdog because everyone's like, nah, that person.
he loves being the underdog.
Love the underdog.
Loves it.
I don't know why. Just yeah. Pathetic if you don't smash him. If you don't smash him, you're pathetic.
love it.
Anyway, that's enough of a look into my mind. Might have to turn it R-rated. But Jess, thank you for your time and thank you for sharing your story and being part of the community and an inspiration. We appreciate that very much. And viewers, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching.
How can people find you?
That was my next bit. I just jumbled the order, you know. Instagram.
Yeah.
What is it again? We'll go. Is there any other way they can find you?
Yeah, I think it's Jessica with 2 I's, and then either a full stop or an underscore, LIU for my personal
Yeah,
one.
it's 2 I's.
Yes. And
Double S, double I.
Yep. And then if you want to find me on my coaching account, it'll be defy.coaching, I believe. So
And if anyone wants to inquire with you or ask you any questions about this or that,
I can
they
hit
just
link in my bio.
buy it on your coaching account.
On either of
Both.
them?
Hit me up anyway. Just hit me up.
Love it.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you, viewers. Thank you for watching. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you guys next time.
Bye.